stop.
Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bears will kick it away to start. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback will audible. Going up top on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. At the 40, there he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Sends it downfield. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand, saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. He wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking for a deep man. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, And that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Hand off from the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass.
I knew that's what he was doing.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route
I need this win.
was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Coda.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Steps away. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
This offense has a 2nd down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the 2nd level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Now the play fake. Looking down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll bring it back. It's Stewart. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. 1st down from the 42. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He's going to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Well, jet sweep pass. Discards him with the stiff arm. Ripping through the defense. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
It's complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
Yeah, so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
They keep attacking through the air. Going to try to get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide in the end. Don't take a big shot.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Awesome job. You see a extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the first down. Great job, great read.
Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. If you're able to move the ball on a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Oh.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a wide-open receiver. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
This is why quarterbacks always take care of their offensive line. This is why they feed them in the offseason, invite them to the house, buy them gifts, take care of the big boys, because they take care of you, and those numbers start to pile up.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Finds his man. It's Stewart. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They're bringing heat. Escapes trouble. Quarterback gets past the marker. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man in the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Direct snap. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Trying to punch it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Steps away to find some room. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And as they come to the line here, they're passing on a surefire field goal attempt. They'd better pay it off with 6. From the gun. Buying some time. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's back to throw on second down. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Ducks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Looking to move it through the air. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Sweet cut there. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. He'll let one go down the right side. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he added the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. These corners backing off a bit. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. got his man quickly. At the 45, on his way. All kinds of running room. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Ducks! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Central Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Fires left. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Throwing right. Complete downfield. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Bears will hustle to the line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he puts through the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Offense, quick tempo. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Ducks decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
Now this offense is back on the field. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Looking for the score! And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters.
Oregon, 28, Baylor, 21.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll give it to the back. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Bears are in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got it. He's loose down the middle. Inside the 10.
And you can see the defensive coordinator so upset after that play because everybody on his side is thinking it's going to be a run on 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the 50, but you need guys in the back end to just step up in that situation. If they throw the football, someone's got to make a play. You couldn't get it done, and now you've got 1st and goal in your own end.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On the run, still looking. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. They'll run it from the gun. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And here's the deal. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. 4th and goal, which makes a difference to me because I drove the ball down the field. I've had some success. Do I want to stay aggressive here? This offense is down, but has a chance to really put some points on the board and make a little bit of a splash.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Bears!
Man, diving catches always look sweet, but they look even sweeter when it's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back in the day, winning a Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
A waste of time.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Coming after him. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
Can't say enough about the secondary. All game long, they have just been in the back pocket of these wide receivers. They've got the lead late. QB outside the pocket, but they don't give him anything easy, and now it sets up 4th down.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Looking downfield. Finds his man enough for the first. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The run from the shotgun.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to get the edge on the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Going for the big play. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now improvising. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the Bears headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time. We got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just let him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Bringing it back, it's Robinson. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Holds it in on the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. First and 10 from the 25. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Oregon! They jump on top here in OT. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Comes out throwing on first down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Baylor! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Man, what a response. You just gave up 7 on the other side of the field. Every reason to get dejected. Oh, man. But they come out and they respond and they score on the first play. And now, Jesse, down by 1. What do you do?
And they made it look easy too, David. And you got to wonder about this defense and how much they have left in the tank. Because of that, maybe if you're on offense, you just decide to end this thing right here. You scored so easily. Maybe you could do the same on a 2-point play.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Bears! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Can't do it better than that. The 2-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8.
And makes the score Baylor 43, Oregon 35.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Going up top on first down. Throw toward the sidelines is caught, but it's out of bounds and incomplete. Second down coming. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The give to the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
The Ducks have taken it inside the 20. Running back goes in motion. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense, has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
3rd down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down.